Hola, soy yo, Vicky, otra vez. It's me, Vicky, again. And in today's video, we're back to Break the Language Barrier Level 4. We are on page 19, the last, number 6, the sixth time that we use the subjunctive, and this is the last one. Okay, well, say this is the last one. After this, we'll start actually practicing the subjunctive. Yeah, so we're going to look at when we use the subjunctive with perhaps and although. So perhaps is quizás or quizá or tal vez. Actually, there are three ways of saying perhaps. And although is aunque, which also means even if. So we're going to look at the times that we use quizá. The times that we always need to use the subjunctive with perhaps, but with even if or although, it depends on what we're saying. So, for example, if we're saying although it is difficult, that's definite. It is difficult. We don't need the subjunctive there. Aunque es difícil. Yeah, although it is difficult, because it's a certainty, it's an absolute. When we would use the subjunctive is when we're saying even though it may be difficult. Yeah, aunque puede ser difícil. Yeah, so we'd say aunque sea difícil, iré. Although it may be difficult, I'll go. Whereas although it is difficult, is aunque es difícil, iré. Although it is difficult, I will go. Now that is explained in the book on page 19. I know it's difficult. It's a very cloudy, difficult concept. But anyway, you do get the hang of it in the end. We just have to keep plugging away as far as the subjunctive is concerned. Something I just wanted to say before I carry on with the examples, reading them out and translating, etc. I want to dedicate this video to the memory of an ex-student of mine and friend who unfortunately passed away yesterday, Irene Allen. Very unexpected, wasn't ill or anything like that, and very young as well. But anyway, the reason I want to dedicate this video to her memory, apart from the fact just out of respect, is Irene, after she finished classes with me, she went off to found with her husband Hope for Podencos, which is a dog refuge, dog charity. It's based in Albacete. They do fantastic work rescuing Podencos, which if you don't know anything about Podencos are a breed of hunting dog, more or less exclusive to Spain and Portugal perhaps, and they're very badly treated because obviously they're used during hunting season by the hunters. When hunting season finishes, they're abandoned or even killed or, just left to their own devices because the hunters don't need them anymore until the next hunting season. They don't want to keep them, because it costs money to keep. So people like Irene and Steve, her husband, they started off, very small with a charity, and then it ended up being a massive dog refuge in the middle of Albacete in the Campo, and they rescue dogs from all over Spain. They rescue them from kill stations, they rescue them from bad owners, farmers, etc., hunters, and they send them all over the world to be rehomed. America, Sweden, Scotland, Great Britain, anywhere. They will send them anywhere where there's a home waiting for them, because they're quite difficult dogs to home because, there's various kinds, but the bigger ones, they can jump more or less anything. They like to run. Quite often they've not really been kept like as a family pet. So yeah, they're a challenge. They're a challenge to look after, a challenge to rehome. Sometimes countries like America, they love them because if they've got space to keep them, and because they're a novelty in these other countries. So they do a fantastic job. They rely completely on donations. So I just wanted to dedicate this video to Irene, who I still can't quite believe she's not here anymore. And I'm going to put all the details in the description. I hope you'll have a look. If you like dogs, if you I know it's not everybody's thing, dog charities, but if you do like dogs, perhaps you could have a look, and if you can help in any way, because now more than ever, after losing Irene, I think they do need help, donations, even just making people aware of this charity. Okay, so Irene, I'll see you on the other side. Okay, so we're going to go to practice A on page 19. Now, as usual, if you don't have the book, you can buy the book on Amazon or from here at the centre if you're local, but you don't need the book to follow this tutorial. So, practice A, we're going to translate into English the sentences. So I'll read them in Spanish and then I'll translate them into English. So, número 1, quizá no vaya ya yo mañana. So, maybe I won't go tomorrow. 2, aunque llueva, voy a la fiesta. Even if it rains, I'll go to the party. Now, if it was even though it is raining, it wouldn't be subjunctive because that's an absolute, what's is happening. This is even though it may rain, I will go to the party. Oh, I just thought of something else that I wanted to say. I'm so sorry to think, but the reason as well that I'm so sort of attached to Irene, apart from the fact she was a student and a friend, my little Rocky, that's where he came from, her dog refuge. He was left in a cardboard box outside, and that's how I ended up with Rocky. So I have a debt of gratitude to her for that as well. Okay, so número 3, quizá estén enfermos. Perhaps they are ill. Número 4, aunque no hable francés, vive en Francia. So, although he doesn't speak, even if he doesn't speak French, he lives in France. Número 5, quizá me quiera, pero no es muy valiente. So, perhaps he loves me, but he's not very brave. Número 6, aunque no me gustan los gatos, no los hago daño. Although even if I don't like cats, I would not hurt them. Número 7, quizá estemos más felices ahora. Perhaps we will be happier now. Aunque sea cruel, le amo de todas formas. Even if he is cruel, I love him anyway. Número 9, quizá trabajéis demasiado. Perhaps you plural you, work too much. Número 10, aunque no compremos el coche, alguien te lo comprará. So, although we won't buy you the car, someone will buy it you. Even if we don't buy you the car, somebody will buy it you. Okay, practice B. So we've just got the English and we've got to put it into Spanish. So, número 1, maybe he has the money. So, quizá tenga el dinero, o tal vez. Número 2, even if Carlos goes, I won't stay. So, aunque vaya Carlos, no me quedaré. Número 3, Although they may want to watch television, they can't. So, aunque quieran mirar la tele o ver la tele, no pueden. Número 4. Although you may think you are ugly, everyone thinks you are handsome. So, aunque pienses eres feo, todo el mundo sabe que eres guapo. Número 5. Even if you shout at them, they won't change. So, aunque les grites, no cambiarán. Número 6. Maybe we are idiots. I don't know where I get these examples from. Quizás seamos idiotas o tontos también. Número 7. Perhaps we can go. Tal vez o quizá podamos ir. Although I may know the truth, I won't tell you. So, aunque sepa la verdad, no te diré. Número 9. Even if you run, you won't catch the bus. So, aunque corres, no cogerás el autobús. Número 10. Maybe they will buy the house today. Quizá o tal vez compren la casa hoy. Número 11. Even if he is ill, he has to work. So, aunque esté enfermo, tiene que trabajar. Número 12. Perhaps we will live in America one day. Quizás o tal vez vivamos en América un día. 13. Even if you want to go, you can't. So, aunque quieras ir, no puedes. Número 14. Although they may call, I don't want to speak to them. So, aunque llamen, no quiero hablar con ellos. Número 15. Even if I say yes, it is too late now. So, aunque diga que sí, es demasiado tarde ahora. Okay, so voy a poner todo esto en comentarios, in description. So I'm going to put all this in the description so you'll be able to follow it, read it, follow it, and repeat it, of course. That's what will help you with your accent, etc. Okay, I'm just going to have a little drink of water because I've got a little text to read out now. I feel like I've spoken a lot. Sorry, thank you. Okay, so little text to translate. No hay nadie que sea tan buena compañía como mi novio David. Es fantástico que vaya a España este fin de semana, como no le he visto durante 2 semanas. Espero que haga su famoso cóctel de gambas otra vez, pero dudo que lo haga este fin de semana porque lo hizo la última vez. Aunque no prepare este plato, preparará el futuro. The most difficult thing about the future is the pronunciation because it seems to be such a long word. Anyway, so si no prepara, aunque no prepare este plato, preparará algo rico. Quizás le pida para que compre las gambas especiales cuando llegue. Espero que diga que sí. Bueno, eso es un poco de broma. It's a little bit of a joke. Whoever, the person who this is directed at, if you're watching, you know what I mean. Okay. Vale, ya está. So, if you have any questions, doubts, problems with this or anything, because remember, if you ever would like me to do a special video for you on something particular that you're struggling with, I'd be quite happy to do that. I'm always looking for ideas for videos. If you found the video useful, please give me the thumbs up and don't forget to subscribe if you haven't already. It's completely free. There's no charge for subscribing. Sorry about for saying about Irene, etc. But I just wanted to dedicate this video to her because she deserves it. So please check out Hope for Podencos, and if you're a dog-friendly person, maybe it's something you'd like to support. They do so much fantastic work, really. I mean, there are lots of different charities that do lots of fantastic work, but I just feel it in this moment in time, after losing Irene, Steve and the rest of the team there, they do need more help than normal. So, okay, so que pases muy buen día. I hope you have a really fantastic day, and te veo en el próximo video. Muchas gracias. Hasta luego.